Okay. Are we on? Are we good? Can you hear me? Fantastic. So we're at that part of the evening. It's the speeches we all look forward to. But just before we get to those, look, it's two people's very special day today, isn't it? It's Nick and Zohanna's special day, but it's also somebody else's special day today that we didn't want to miss. Whose special day might it be today? Is somebody 7? Jack! Jack, you're you're going to come up. Come on, come down. I love the confidence. Yes. Jack Parkin. Here he is. Jack is 7 today, so we thought it'd be really great to just sing happy birthday to Jack. Yeah. So ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jack. Happy birthday to you. Yay! Welcome, Jack. Welcome, mate. You want to go and sit down? And so say all of us. Hey! Brilliant. So we've got a number of speeches this evening before we go on to kind of a bit of a dance and a party later. And kicking us all off, getting us started in a moment. But just before, there's a couple of important bits of information just to give you. Firstly, if you've got any presents or if you've got any red envelopes, just in the back corner over there on the table, that's where to place them. So if you come with those presents, cards, red envelopes, and you're not sure where they're going, the corner over there, just drop them on the table and they'll be all sorted out. Nick's looking at me like I've missed something else. No? You sure? You're just taking a breath? Cool. That's all good. Oh, great. So, without further ado, can I welcome up the father of the bride for the first speech?
Ladies and gentlemen, 大家好，我是静涵与新娘的爸爸妈妈，特地从台湾飞来英国参加这一场那么美丽的婚礼。
Ladies and gentlemen, we are Zohanna's parents, and we flew all the way from Taiwan to the UK to attend this beautiful wedding.
能在这里跟大家一起分享这份幸福，是我们一生难忘的荣幸。
It is truly an honor to share this joyful moment with all of you.
也要特别感谢英国的亲家，还有在座各位宾客的祝福与那么陪伴。好啊。
We want to especially thank Nick's family and every guest here for your kindness and blessings.
今天我想介绍我的女婿尼克，他的中文名字叫尼克拉，来说明。
Today, I'd like to introduce my son-in-law, Nick, through the meaning of his Chinese name, Nicola.
泥呢是一种又稳定的金属，象征它可靠踏实。
Ni is a strong and stable metal, symbolizing how steady and dependable he is.
克呢有克服困难的意思，代表呢他遇事能够找到他的办法。
Ke means to overcome challenges. He always finds a way through.
拉呢本意呢 就是拉近你我的距离，象征的把幸福和家人的心牵在一起。
La means to pull things closer, symbolizing how he brings happiness and family together.
合起来呢，拉克呢，向着钻石的单位，寓意呢，它珍贵可靠。
And together, Nikola sounds like carat, as in 24 karat gold, not the vegetable, meaning something precious and reliable.
这一年来呢，尼克的这个中文呢进步神速，总是呢会讲说：“你吃饱没？困饱没？谢谢你的午餐。”
Nick's Chinese has improved so quickly this past year that he can now handle very Taiwanese conversations like, "Have you eaten yet?" And "Did you sleep well?" And also, "Thank you for your lunch."
语言的重要呢，更重要的是我们的感受到他们真诚的温度。
Beyond language, what truly moves us is the warmth and sincerity he shows to our family.
我们呢，也想特别呢感谢呢英国的亲家。
We also want to express our heartfelt gratitude to Nick's family.
静涵呢，常常呢，来分享微笑呢，来分享我们的相处。
Zohanna often tells us stories about her time with all of you, always with a big smile.
从她的话语中呢，我明白，我不只是嫁给一位好先生，更呢走进一个温暖又优秀的家庭。
From her words, we understand that she did not just marry a wonderful husband, but joined a warm and remarkable family.
你们每一位呢，都相当的善良、聪明，又照顾他，让我们做父母亲的十分的感动，也非常的放心。
Each of you is kind, thoughtful, and caring towards her, which touches us deeply and gives us great comfort.
他是幸运的，而我们能来参加这个国际的婚礼，也使我们呢没有想到过的荣幸幸福。
She's truly fortunate, and we feel just as fortunate to be here, attending this international wedding, something we never imagined in our lives.
还记得童年呢，我希望我的女儿呢学英文，是希望她能够跟国际有很多的机会，能够去接轨。
I still remember when I encouraged my daughter to learn English, hoping she would have more opportunities in the future.
没想到她这个选择呢，最后让她遇到人生最美好的结果。
I never imagined that this choice would lead her to the best result of her life.
我常说，我的女儿呢，总像是终身保固的轮胎。如果呢， 好，有问题的话，你可以把它送回台湾的原厂来修理，我们会免费服务。
Nick, I often joke that my daughter is like a tire with a lifetime warranty. If anything goes wrong, you can send her back to the original factory in Taiwan, and we will fix it for free.
谢谢爸爸。
不过呢，你敢娶她，表示你已经有相当的实战经验了。
But since Nick, you're brave enough to marry her, I believe you already have plenty of real life experiences.
静涵勇敢的呢远嫁英国，适应呢新的文化与生活，我们呢真的感到非常的骄傲。
Zohanna bravely moved to the UK, embraced a new culture and new life, and we are incredibly proud of her.
我们也深深感谢尼克的责任、智慧与责任。
We also appreciate Nick's responsibility, wisdom, and kindness.
他对爱的真诚感动了我们夫妻。
His sincerity has touched our entire family.
婚姻呢，需要尊重、包容与空间。
Marriage requires respect, patience, and space.
台湾有句成语：“听无嘴，大富贵。”
There's a saying in Taiwan: listen to your wife and prosperity will follow.
但其实最重要的呢，是两个人的意愿跟相续能够在一起，相互的扶持。
But what truly matters is that both partners listen to each other and support one another.
最后，我衷心的祝福你们的勇敢、自信、快乐、平安。
Finally, we wish you courage, confidence, joy, and peace.
静涵，愿你永远做自己的人生女王。请听带领家庭走向幸福与温暖。
Zohanna, may you always be the queen of your own life, guiding your family with love and warmth.
愿你们的婚姻充满着祝福、笑声与永恒的爱。
And may your life together be filled with blessings, laughter, and everlasting love.
谢谢大家。
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Chan Shen. Thank you. And so now, you probably know Nick has 3 brothers. You've heard plenty from me. You heard Joe earlier on the French horn as well. But we've really been saving the best to last because it's now time for the best man speech, which is Stephen.
Hello. I've been told to wait.
Sorry,
Is that
I
better?
can't see Dad.
Oh, you can't see Dad. There we go.
Sorry, Stephen.
There we go. So, as Tom alluded to, I'm the 4th brother in the chain. Nick's only younger brother, which means I've been giving him insecurities about his height since about 16. So yeah, I'm Nick's younger brother, meaning I have the honor of knowing Nick my entire life. And I hope to give you a sketch of the man who has given me so much brotherly love in the best times of my life and in the worst times of my life. He's truly a man for the best and the worst of times, as long as he doesn't have to be on time and afterwards you give him a lift home. From when I was 4 to about 11, I had the interesting time of sharing a bedroom with Nick. There are many things I can reveal about this time, but one memory really sticks in my mind, which tells you a lot about Nick. It describes him well. As at age 14, Nick dedicated a whole hour of his evening before sleep to doing 100 press-ups, a feat, I might add, he repeated on his stag do. For 1 hour, he spent doing 100 press-ups. He then dedicated the next hour to staring at himself in the mirror, doing a good old Arnold.
There's 200 on the stag.
Oh, sorry, it was 200 on the stag. Everyone, Nick, what would like you to know, it was 200 on the stag. Nick has carried this dedication and mindset throughout his life and into his love of study, expanding his mind through many fields, one of which is mathematics, which he recently achieved his master's in, which is an incredible achievement considering this was done whilst working kind of part-time as a teacher. And one thing I would say is Nick's pursuit of learning and knowledge and self-improvement has always been a role model for me, and I really appreciate that. And I've always looked to you when I felt like I should really do some more. I thought, what would Nick do? And I think I should do something better with my life and read some philosophy. But on philosophy, one of Nick's love is Greek philosophy and literature, so much so that he actually does a reading group where he reads the Iliad together. Now, Nick's favorite Greek philosopher is a man called Heraclitus. Now, I won't go into all of Heraclitean philosophy because I'm sure Nick's tried to, and you've nodded along and sort of like, yeah, it's this and that. But really, it's all about change, how the world is a change. And Nick has embodied this fully in his worldviews, which they're ever changing, but they're always infallible. They're never wrong. Now, to go through a few, there was extreme veganism, where he had only rice and mushy peas, and that's not an exaggeration. That is exactly what he had. Only rice and mushy peas for every meal. And then he went with the idea of being a submariner to going to live on a tent on a mountain, one tent for himself and one tent for his books. And then from psychedelic raves to the Royal Opera, which we're very glad that changed. Specifically that the fashion has changed from psychedelic tops to a more measured affair. But on fashion, Nick once went through a phase where he only ever wore brown dress shoes with red and green socks. Sorry, red and blue socks. And let me clarify, that's one red sock and one blue sock at the same time. I don't know why. So it's a very good thing that now Nick's wardrobe is under the firm control of Zohanna. Now, I would have stopped the extreme views there, but during Zohanna's wedding vows, she mentioned how Nick wasn't always so keen on the idea of marriage, so I thought it was a bit more open season, and we could expand on Nick's varying views on relationships. One of the earliest memories I have is Nick describing how men should live in tribes and then women should be nomadic between the tribes and move round them and between them. And then this sort of evolved into a great love for the Mawasu people of China, which are matriarchal, and they have it where the women make all the decisions, the women are in charge, and then you don't really marry each other, and men raise their sisters' children, which was great for Nick, because he doesn't have any sisters. So he sort of voided himself of that responsibility. And then the last thing I would mention on Nick's varied views on relationships and the fairer sex is he once started a conversation and said, objectively, I think the male body is more beautiful than the female body. That's how he started the conversation. I didn't know where to go with it. But these changes in outlook and life are great. I have to remember where I am now. It just shows how he strives, how in every aspect of his life, he is really determined to apply what he believes and be his own man, and always trying to get the maximum out of life, which is sort of shown in Nick and Zohanna's first date, where Nick said to Zohanna, hey, let's go wild camping together. Zohanna, being very clever, gave all of Nick's details to her friends and said, if I go missing, go after this man. Which, from the video, one of them will break your legs. So that's a fair thing to do. But it worked out. And this shared zeal for life and spontaneity is truly a beautiful driving force in your life and your relationship. And it is what it makes it so adventurous. Nick said in his vows that one Wednesday he said, let's go camp in the forest. And I can't wait to hear and be somewhat worried about what adventures you've gone on, if you've nearly died in a typhoon or jumping off a cliff or rock slides in Norway. I mean, it could be anything. But the shared love of hiking, we would make us think that you would like, you wouldn't mind not having luxury in life. You wouldn't mind living off the bare minimum for a few days, forgoing the luxuries. But in Nick's essential guide to hiking, he ensures that you should take 2 whole fruit cakes, 12 meat pies, that's not a small pork pie, that's a full meat pie, 1 litre bottle of whiskey, and to pair with that 1 litre bottle of rum, a coffee grinder, coffee beans, and a coffee roaster. Zohanna often calls Nick her maths teacher, but it seems like she also has a Sherpa. To explain why this marriage works so well, I will use Nick's own words. It's great Zohanna cares about the things I don't like. Cleaning up, tidying, planning the holidays, making the travel arrangements, cooking food, taking care of the laundry. It helps me focus on other things like maths, hiking, whiskey, with a spot of board games for good measure. It's so wonderful for me to see my brother with such a perfect match, truly. And it makes me very glad and very happy that, Zohanna, you're in Nick's life. And you were right, you proved him wrong. This is right for him. This life is right for him. And Nick, we were all right. It took you to find the right girl, and you really, really have. So raise a glass for a long and fruitful marriage. All the best. Thank you.
Fantastic, Stephen. I told you we saved the best for last. Absolutely brilliant. Now, finally, of the traditional 3 speeches, we've got the groom speech. So, Nick, come to share with us.
Take the mic down. Oh, you're laying into the height issue. My own mother joining in.
Go on your toes.
Well, my younger brother Stephen, of course, you just heard on there, is the one I confided in the most. And so is the one who had the most ammunition for that speech. It's a good job he's limited by the time. Before I get going, I do want to say a few thank yous. I do want to thank the bridesmaids. I don't know where they've gone. Where are they? Oh, there you are. Yes. In particular, so you know, something is that obviously you saw Tiffany translating, but also Tiffany shot the video you saw playing when we exchanged our rings and vows. And also Antonia edited the video you saw of the Taiwanese wedding as well. So they've helped us a lot for today. Okay. And also, of course, my brothers, Stephen, who's just given his best man speech, Joe playing on the French horn, and Tom being the master of ceremonies. And my two uncles, Nick and Martin, Uncle Nick and Uncle Martin, stand on ceremony. And the two Adams, of course, Adam and Theo playing earlier, Theo on the bagpipes. Yeah, thank you guys a lot. Well, me and Zohanna have very different personalities, but what we do have in common is a shared sense of values, especially that of family. This is of particular importance today, as marriage is a union not just of two individuals, but of two families. Sitting to the left of my wife, I had to change that, I got the right here, but sitting to the left of my wife, Zohanna, my beautiful wife, is my Taiwanese mother and father. 这里是我的台湾的妈妈，台湾的爸爸。谢谢你们来英国。Thank you for coming to England. 很远也很冷 so far and so cold. 谢谢你们的很漂亮的女儿。我发现我会保护她，我会给她开心。我每天都会爱她，我会疼她。I will always protect her. I'll always love her every day, and I'll always. Hang on, I know Mandarin, not English. Make her happy. That was it. In Taiwan, 在台湾，我也有我的台湾的哥哥，台湾的姐姐，嫂嫂。I have my older brother in Taiwan, my Taiwanese older brother, and my sister-in-law, and my Taiwanese older sister, and my brother-in-law, who couldn't make it here today, but have all been so welcoming to me in Taiwan. 我们都会来台湾每个年。我们会孝顺. We will all go back to Taiwan every year, and we will be a good mother. A good mother. we will be. We'll be a good son and daughter to you. Yeah. I was also fortunate to meet Zohanna's grandmother before she passed away. 因为我见到她的阿妈，所以我很开心。我觉得我很幸运了。I'm very lucky and happy to have met Zohanna's grandmother before she passed away. Unfortunately, Zohanna never got to meet Grandma and Granddad Parkin. Unfortunately, she never got to meet Grandma and Granddad Parkin, my father's mother and father. You have gotten along so well. They were so warm and welcoming and so caring towards their family and full of laughter and joy, just like you. When we visit the northeastern side of the family, Dad, Uncle Eddie, Auntie Annette, Dan, Catherine, Kelly, and all the bands, Zohanna often speaks of what a happy, warm, close-knit family you all are. And so much of this comes from Grandma and Granddad. So even if you never got to meet them in the flesh, you can still feel them in spirit. Fortunately, Zohanna had the opportunity to meet Nana and Granddad, good child, my mother's mum and dad. My nana is here with us today. And although my grandfather's health did not allow him to join us, I know he'll be thinking of us. Both of them have been so welcoming to Zohanna, especially Nana, when you made the quilt for her, which, even more than being a beautiful quilt, made her feel so welcome and a part of the family. My mother, the person to whom I owe a great deal to, and in fact, I'm more indebted to her. The person in a room of people whom I owe, all of you I owe some debt, is my mother, to whom I'm the most indebted. And also I need to apologize to the most. And she never puts herself first. Even after recently undergoing brain surgery, she's still never thinking of herself, always thinking towards others. She's been so caring to those around her, and especially for Zohanna as well. Always reminds me to take care of her, being as she is so far from home. My father, who is a tree from which I did not fall far, lots of his qualities and his vices. But Zohanna always says how my father reminds her of her own father. 他觉得你们很像，因为你们伤到你的家人很多，保护你的家人。They care so much about family, always wanting to provide for family. Zohanna loved our trip on the Isle of Arran together, a family trip. There are also those who didn't just see me grow up, but grew up with me, my brothers Tom, Joe and Stephen, who you've all seen. They gave me the most incredibly fun childhood and of close friends in adulthood. And there's no group of lads that I enjoy arguing with more, for hours and hours and hours and on end. No progress is ever made. I don't have any sisters, but Zohanna is at times like my younger sister, and other times like a mother, especially when she's feeding me and all the time just eat, just like her mother. 你很像，你们很像，你会给我吃的东西，吃。And also when she's scolding me, which is very, very often. I'd like you all to join me in raising a glass to my beautiful wife Zohanna, Qinghan, for becoming a part of my family and taking me into a part of hers, and making me a better person for example, encouragement, and the very frequent scolding. Zohanna.
Thank you so much, Nick. I love that your commitment to learning Mandarin is meaning that you're even forgetting English. That's absolutely fantastic commitment there. Brilliant, brilliant effort. As we've been saying throughout today, Zohanna and Nick really value their friends. So it's only right to have some space as well for a few of their friends to speak. So we've got 3 speeches now from 3 of their friends as well. So Tiffany is going to come and give us the first of those speeches.
Hiya. Oh, I thought I'm in heels. Okay. Hi, it's me again. All right, let me start over. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for being here to celebrate the beautiful union of Zohanna and Nick. For those who don't know me, I'm Tiffany, Zohanna's friend. I wish I had enough vocabulary in my Asian brain to explain how much this means for me and how glad I am for the both of you. We met at this cute little local bubble tea shop. Yeah, with Zohanna. In Oxford, actually. We clicked instantly. That's the first thing I remember. And she has always been so hardworking. She has really good work ethic, extremely empathetic, positive, creative, genuine, and effortlessly hilarious. Like your parents. She takes care of me like I'm a little sister of her. Her passion for life, and unwavering support has shaped who I am today. Oh, and your innovative sense of fashion too. Whenever we get a little time during work to yap, I think we actually yap a little bit more than actually working. That doesn't matter. I'm really glad that none of you knows my boss, but Zohanna would share with me about her daily life and occasionally crazily adventurous stories with Nick. Even before meeting Nick in person, I was able to tell that they're meant for each other. Despite your distinctive personalities, you share the same goals and values, and that is to grow into a better self for each other and thrive in this relationship. As we gather here today, I'm overwhelmed with joy and pride. Zohanna and Nick, your love is a testament to the beauty of true partnership. You inspire all of us with your deep connection, your respect for one another, and the way you lit each other up. It is clear that your journey together will be filled with love, laughter, and countless wonderful moments. So let us raise our glass to the incredible couples, and may your love continue to grow stronger with each passing day. May you always find solace in each other's arm and joy in each other's hearts. Here's to a lifetime of happiness, love, and unforgettable memories. Cheers! Where's my glass?
Fantastic. And now we're going to hear from Antonia.
Let me just take my glass too. I'll try to be short. So I met Zohanna in 2019, and I feel like lots of things changed since then. I met her in Spain. She was shy, she was quiet, she didn't talk much, and back then her name was Melody. And I know her by another name. Today she's Zohanna. She's no more shy, she talks a lot, as you know. And also she changed her last name, so she's Sparky now. But in those 6 years, what stayed the same is her incredible energy. And I remember that energy since the moment we met. And I just remember how much she loved her family, her friends, and what I remember the most is just her love for life, her passion for life. We connected on Instagram in 2019, and I completely fell in love with her view of Taiwan, her country, through her Instagram stories, through her vision of her country, because she was always doing something. Literally, like, I'm not kidding when I say that she was always, like, every day she was somewhere. She was always doing something. So I always thought that people from Taiwan, that they never sleep, that they're always either hiking, going to the pool, doing random wedding photo shootings with their families. I really thought that that was like a regular thing to do. But that vision also brought, to me, the most wonderful 5 months of my life, because that's where I spent the last year of my studies. And I feel so connected to Zohanna in so many ways, and I feel like I learned so much from you. And after all, I just want to say that I really feel like you found your match. You found your understanding, your patience, calm to your crazy energy, and also the adventure that your spirit is lacking from time to time. You found it in a form of a man who likes hiking, who likes camping, and everything else that you do, and more than that. So I'm looking forward to continuing the story that we started 6 years ago. No more changing surnames, please. And I wish we will have another 60 years, not 6, but 60 years together. So cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.
During the ceremony, we heard a fantastic rendition of Jerusalem by Adam, and he's going to come and share some words with us now also. Maybe not. He's going improv.
Okay. I may have mentioned briefly at some point that I was thinking of saying something, so for some reason someone decided to invite me up here to say something. I've known Nick for 7 years now. I was his housemate for 2 of those, during which, for several times during those years, I had to cut him several keys because he kept losing his, which was fine. And I found him during this time to be a wonderful friend, a great conversationalist, and very rarely met anyone who shares my enthusiasm for mathematics to the same extent that Nick does. So I'm not very good at ribbing my friends as other people are, maybe. So I can't do that. I've known Zohanna for 3 years now. Yes, 3 years now. More than 3 years now. And I think Zohanna has been more amused by me than anything else. I remember the first time I met her. She was in hysterics for most of the time, due to things I was saying, and I think you all are now, actually. Due to things I'm saying and my facial expressions, they're all for some reason people find them very amusing. But I've really come to value Zohanna as a friend very much, and I would say that both of you make a wonderful couple and are both extremely wonderful people. And I'm sure you will have a long and happy life together, and you will be cutting a lot of keys. I will say that. Yes. That's all I have at the moment, I'm afraid. So thank you all very much.
I have to say, I don't know Adam that well, but when he came up and he didn't have something prepared, I already knew it was going to be gold anyway. So thank you so much, Adam. So that's us done with the speeches there, but there's loads more this evening. We're going to be heading next door in a moment. Plenty of dancing. I feel like the dance floor should be full because we've got a pretty musical family going on. I've seen many of you on the dance floor before, so please do commit to that. It would be great to do that. Can we just raise one more toast to Nick and Zohanna? Nick and Zohanna.
Thank you, everyone.